Hello and welcome to True Faith's full-time whistle. It's finished at Anfield. It's finished Liverpool 3, Newcastle United 1. Charlotte, one goal. But what a goal. It was a wonder goal from the Dutch wing-back Willems, who sent the away end in fucking raptures.
Yeah.
It was some moment. What was that strike like?
I thought I was going to faint. I thought I was going to die.
Well, we had a bit of drama getting in and thinking I was going to miss the game, and I had to park my car just anywhere around. We're right next to Goodison Park right now, but my car's still intact. It's brilliant. But that game, I mean, it was an unbelievably unexpected start because we seemed to come out the traps really well. We were only ever going to get anything on the counter attack, and we did it pretty effectively for that 20 minutes. I think we sort of shell-shocked them a bit. And
yeah. I don't think they expected us to score or come out attacking like that. I think there was quite a lot of attacking force at the very beginning. And, you know, very briefly, because let's be real, Liverpool are an amazing side. I think we put them on the back foot very slightly.
We did. I think it was unexpected, and I think it seemed like their crowd. So obviously I came to Anfield because I wanted to, you know, see the atmosphere, the famous Anfield atmosphere, when a team's in its absolute pomp, as Liverpool are, European champions, started the season unbelievably. They're unbeaten, aren't they? But it seemed really flat for some reason, and maybe that's because it was an early kick-off. Maybe that's had an effect on but it seemed to be obviously the Newcastle end, as ever, raucous and singing, and it was so amazing to be a part of that. And there was a world-class atmosphere that I found at Anfield, but it was coming from the away end. It was good, but I think obviously, you know, Shelvey coming in for Longstaff. How did you rate his performance coming in?
Yeah, you know, I've seen a lot on Twitter, and it seems like the opinion is that he was terrible today. But I didn't see that. I have been in a car for like 100 years just now, so I've had a lot of time to ruminate on this, and I think I expected him to be terrible, and so he had a lot more focus than I have seen him have, and a lot more discipline and a lot more confidence as well, than I expected or have seen lately. So I didn't think his performance was terrible today. I thought it was quite helpful.
Yeah, I think because it's almost like his performance was probably okay and good, not amazing, but I think the fact that a lot of people just expected him to lose his head, get sent off, and make a load of mistakes, which actually he didn't do, then it's made him seem, because our expectations of him were probably lower than. Yeah. He surpassed them, but maybe just had a fairly average game. But actually, I think when he was called upon, and I thought his attitude, his mentality was bang on today, and he was getting stuck in the challenge. There was one where he almost went studs in, but he didn't, and it was fine. But there was a little hint of that. But I mean, let's go back, rewind. Let's talk through the goal. Atsu, who I thought in large parts today was
Atsu undid any good work with that second goal.
We'll get onto that. But obviously Atsu broke and just drove it, and everyone's, you know, screaming and laid off to Joe Linton. And he missed Joe Linton out, and Willems had been pushed. He just bombed right on. He was on the edge of the box, and he did like a little back heel behind himself onto his right foot, his unnatural right foot, and
that makes it sound like he has like a deformity.
He doesn't
have an unnatural.
Willems does not have a club foot. He doesn't.
Giant foot.
and he fucking lashed it top corner past Adrian. It was unbelievable. The scenes. That was incredible.
It was so unexpected. I mean, realistically, who came to Anfield expecting us to,
go on the front foot,
break that record of them not having lost at home since 2017? Like, I don't think anybody expected us. You know, there's hope, but I think, you know. And then, oh my God, the atmosphere.
It was an amazing moment. Fucking limbs. It was wild. We couldn't believe it. Jaw-dropping moment. But honestly, what a hit! I must say that we haven't scored many goals this season, and that has been an issue today.
The finishing
craft. I think if Kraft scores that in the second half, it's a completely different end of the game. I think they get nervier, and I think the crowd get on their backs. I think it does get really nervy if it goes 2-2.
I think if he had, we'd have ended up with a worse scoreline because they'd have gone mad.
They'd just gone into sort of like carnage mode.
Yeah.
Just like, okay.
Let's wipe the fucking.
Yeah. I sort of get that, but I think like, as in a brief aside, we haven't scored many goals this season. It's obviously been a huge problem, but actually the goals that we have scored this season have been really fucking nice. The Joe Linton goal against Spurs was really nice. The Share finish was hit the keeper on the way in, but it's still quite a nice sort of like finish. That Willems one was unbelievable.
It was a lovely goal.
So we have scored some really nice goals, really nice moves, but obviously, Mane equalised with the top corner. I mean, Mane's just unplayable, and when he's sort of on his game like he was today. I think we did frustrate Salah a fair bit.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, that's the goal, isn't it? You've got to have men on him at all times. Obviously not.
But I mean, what happened? Talk us through that second goal that we conceded. That Atsu trying to do a Cruyff turn on the edge of his box, man. What?
Just felt like so fumbly, so bloody. What a fucking stupid place to do something like that.
Cheap, but then there seemed to be communication error between defender and Dubravka.
Yeah, because that just rolled forward.
It's almost like the defender lost it.
Dubravka's too far forward. It's just rolled past him. There's nobody in the goal, and
Dubravka's made a fumbly save, and it's bobbled over him, and then there's just a tap in the end, and then so we've gone in 2-1, but then we didn't offer anything in the final third of that, at the end of that, most of that first half, and it was really frustrating because you think, well, how are we even we can't even hold the ball in our, in their half to be able to push forward, gain territory. But in terms of defending, we were compact, and we did frustrate them, and I must say we didn't do that much wrong. It's just they're very good.
They exhausted our defence.
They're so intense in its attacking. I don't know what you're supposed to do.
They're relentless, and so.
It's a good word. They really were relentless.
It's like, for want of a better phrase, so athletic and so fucking well drilled. They all know exactly what they're doing and where they need to be, and all our style of play today was largely just reactive to that. We weren't able to create chances, and they weren't.
No, I think you're right. And actually, what we get we're playing the Rafa tactic from last season again, which was so successful at Spurs, and rightly so. And Bruce has sent them out to do the same kind of job. It's almost, to an extent, it could have paid off had things gone differently, but. What we seem to have now is we seem to have unsubscribed to premium subscription Rafa tactics, and we've almost gone with a free trial version where nobody really gets ads everywhere. But a lot of the features have been disabled, which means that we don't really know. A lot of the players don't really know who they should be following and marking at any time, and they were trying to coordinate while world-class Liverpool attackers were just driving straight at us, and that was problematic. We still yet don't know roles and responsibilities yet, and in terms of defending, even though we did all right, there's still a lot of work to be done. And their third goal, which sort of killed the game off really. Even though in the second half, I felt that we looked like we were more capable of doing something on the break. I felt. But there were definitely more. There were more opportunities. But their third goal is world class. It tore us apart. It was a backheel through ball. I think Firmino was involved, and Salah's just skipped through. Cher's done his knee in trying to stop it with a last ditch tackle, and Salah's just coolly slotted past Dubravka, and that was kind of game over at 3-1, and it was. The atmosphere, it then became a bit of a sort of training ground intensity after that. Yeah, it was just let's just run the clock down now. And they had another opportunity, but it was offside. It did, and that was another example of the three world-class attacking players that they've got just carving through us, and that's what the chemistry, and they know exactly what they're doing, and it's just different class. And I don't think many teams are going to go to Anfield this season and come away with much, but at least we got a goal, we've scored, and we had to score a very good goal to get past them. But there are positives to take out of this game, I feel. But we're not going to learn too much about our team against a team like Liverpool, who are in different. Brighton is just that's such a huge game. We need to focus on that now. I think there are positives to take out. Some good performances today from Dummett, from Share.
Shah, who hopefully isn't actually long-term injured.
And I thought Shelvey was all right. Hayden was great, and we just need a bit more from attacking players. I think Almiron was isolated a bit more when he's trying to drive. A few dribbles, but he just got crowded out, and he needs help. We're too isolated up front.
Yeah, those two, Joe Linton and Almiron, really don't play close together, and they probably should.
They should have done. We'll leave it there. Thanks very much for watching Trueface Full-Time Whistle. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe, and we'll see you next time for another edition of the Full-Time Whistle. Thanks, Charlotte, for joining us.
You're welcome.
I'm Adam, and we'll see you later. Bye.